Hey, is this thing on? Hello, and welcome back to my YouTube channel and another episode of Jumpstart January. So today we are doing my nails, but this time I'm going to be showing you some updates that I've made when I do my press-on nail routine at home, and also how I reshape my nails. So sometimes they don't come in the shape that I like, but I like the design or the way that particular nail fits. So I'm going to take you through the process of the new changes that I've made to my routine that have made such a huge difference, and also talk to you about how I can easily reshape them myself at home. So first off, these nails that I have been on for 2 weeks. And they are like not going anywhere. They are stuck on here. This has been such a great pair. I recently tried this new set, still from the Kiss brand, but I hadn't tried this particular kind before, and I actually really like it. They're super sturdy and last really, really well. The only reason I'm taking them off is because I'm ready for a change, and like up close, they're starting to look a little shaky. So I want to make sure that I keep my nails looking as nice as possible. So definitely 2-week wear is possible if you follow this routine. And also I don't have any of the dirt underneath, which I was saying was a concern when I use this powder. So the new step is going to go over how I can make sure that I don't get that from like doing makeup and foundation and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and take these off. You've already seen that process. So I will come back to you all once they are off and we're ready to put on the new set. All right, so I've got my nails off and cleaned them up a bit. I'm going to be using this pack. Y'all know this is one of my absolute favorites. It is the Kiss Salon Acrylic French Nude, and I just love them. The only thing is I don't always want necessarily to have this coffin shape. So today I'm going to show you all how I reshape my nails to get them to be how I would like them to be. So I'm actually going to be reshaping these. Like when I take my nails off, I cannot open anything. I'm going to be reshaping these into a almond shape and making them just a little bit shorter. So of course, you know the drill, matching them up first. So I just pick them up and I kind of have an idea. Like when I pick it up, I can feel like, this feels like it's going to be good for this particular nail. And then I just try them all on and I line them up. So like I've got a row here of what I'm going to do on my right hand, and then I've got a row for what I'm going to do on my left hand. And I'm not cutting my nails down as much this time. I don't know why. I'm going to try it and see if that's a good decision for me to make or not, but it's fine. So I've got my ring finger there. It's so funny, like people will ask me like, how do you get things done with your nails? Like I don't feel like my nails are really that long. So I'm like, I can do a ton of things. But also I'm like, how do I get things done without my nails? Like I just feel like I need them and I rely on them for pretty much everything. All right, so I'm trying to keep this somewhat decently organized. I'm going to put all of those to the side, and this is the same routine, just gluing them on. If you did not see my first video, I will link it above, but I'll also just quickly go over how I do this. So I put glue inside the nail, not the full length, just the part that's going to be actually touching my nail bed. And then I cover my nail bed in glue, focusing specifically on like the part closest to the cuticle, because that is where it's going to attach. Hold it down. I did forget to wipe them with alcohol, so this one will be fine, but let me go ahead and wipe the rest of them before I continue. All right, so yes, I do like to just wipe them all off to dry them out a bit before I put the nails on. So don't put the nail on first like I did. Don't skip the step. I promise you're gonna need it. So again, putting it inside the nail, and then also on the nail bed, specifically focusing on the area by the cuticles and gluing it down. It really is a pretty simple process. I try to make sure that I put a good amount of pressure. These nails don't really bend, even with the pressure that I'm putting on them. So if your nails are bending in the application process, then it's probably not going to be a great nail. Even with adding the build powder, it wouldn't be strong enough. So that would probably be a nail brand that you don't really want to use. Any excess glue, I just wipe away with the alcohol pad. All right, so the nails are on. This is what they look like, just regular straight out the pack, which honestly is very pretty. This is typically how I would just leave them as far as the shape goes, but I do want to reshape them into an almond shape this time. Now, when you're reshaping, I do suggest giving them some time to set. So about 30 minutes to an hour. Don't do too much activity. Don't put any water on your hands, and just kind of make sure that they're really good and set on there, because I'm going to be doing a lot of filing and I don't want that to interfere with how the nails really stay on and their lasting power. So I'm just going to clean them up. And I actually have an appointment, so it works out perfectly. I'm going to go to my appointment, let them set during that time, and then once I come back, they're nice, like glued on, sturdy, and stable. I will show you all how I reshape them, and then of course the dip powder and the new technique that I use to make sure that they stay nice and clean throughout the entire couple of weeks that I want to wear them. So I will check back in with you in just a bit. Okay, I lied. Not on purpose. The day just got a little bit carried away. Unexpected things occurred and it just got away from me. So it's now nighttime. Clearly I have changed clothes, already showered. Sorry, but I'm gonna finish my nails. So here's what they look like, still fresh out the pack. So I'm gonna show you how I like to reshape them. I just use a big clipper, and since I'm gonna make them almond, I will just cut the sides, not too much. And it does not have to be perfect, but I do try to get them to match up at least. And these nails actually have a nice curve. Like, look, that doesn't even need a lot of work. It's not gonna need much filing. So these have like a natural curve in them, which is perfect because it's super easy for me to just follow that curve and clip the nails. So obviously very similar to how they do it at the nail shop. Whenever I'm getting like services done, I always try to pay attention to the way that they do things, because if I decide that I want to do it myself, then I'll be able to do it myself. Oh, also, I went and got my hair done. Hence part of the reason why the day got away from me. Now that is the one thing I can watch over and over and over, and I still can't figure out how to get my hair the same way that they do at the salon. I just can't do it, but it's fine. So I'm going to do the same clipping that I did on my other hand on this hand. It's so much easier when I'm clipping with my right hand, not my left. I don't think I sized this one very well, so my natural nail is kind of hanging over. So I'm just gonna use my little trimmer to cut that off. Obviously, like, my natural nails will show sometimes, but I do try to get a pretty close match. All right, so here's what they look like once I cut them. You can see they're already pretty shaped well, and then I'm just gonna file them, and at the top I kind of round it to get that almond shape. I didn't cut any of the length off of the set, but of course, you know, when I'm filing the top, it will go down a little bit. All right, so here they are all shaped. I love them. Now, so it's super easy, pretty much just cut the sides kind of diagonal and then follow with the file in the same direction. Okay, so next up we're gonna get into the new part. So last time I showed you all how I like to put glue underneath here and dip my nails in this translucent dip powder because it makes them so much stronger. So after I do that, the problem is this is kind of like gritty and it's just like a clear powder. So anytime I would put my makeup on, like with a sponge, or really just do anything that could make my nails dirty, it would stick to the translucent powder. So under my nails was really hard to keep looking nice and clean for ideally 10 days to 2 weeks. So I am going to show you today what I added to my routine that has just been a complete game changer. Now my nails stay nice and clean underneath, and they also feel really smooth. So I'm going to finish up dipping this hand, just putting the glue underneath and then dipping it in the powder. So I usually just do a quick dip and then put every finger back in. And that part's done. So I'm going to tap off any of the excess. I gotta scoot back a little bit because this cord is so short. All right, so here is the life-changing piece to making my nails stay nice and clean underneath, and it also adds an extra layer of strength. So this is a UV light like they use for shellac, and then I have a shellac polish. This one is by the brand Beetles. It is their top coat. It is shiny. It does not bother me that my nails are shiny underneath, but if you feel like that would bother you, then I would just suggest getting a matte top coat, as long as it can be cured under the light. Technically it would work very similarly with just a regular polish, but it would not last as long and it wouldn't dry as fast. So I paint them underneath, just over where I did the powder. And then I cure them under the light for 60 seconds. I try not to put too much, just a thin layer, because you're basically just sealing it in. And try not to get any on your skin because it will burn. We don't want that. So I'm gonna cure this hand for 60 seconds as well. All right, they're all cured. You can see it's just a nice clean underlayer. It's not super shiny. So honestly, I feel like it is fine. And also, like, who's really looking under your nails like that? Like, I feel like if my nails look dirty, that's way more noticeable than my nails looking shiny. So I'm gonna go in with some cuticle oil. This will help get all of the leftover glue and any residue off. And we're all done. I love how they came out. Oh, this is just like such a classic look. I love the shape. I love the little French, but also like this set is not so dramatic from like the pink to the white. It just looks so natural and it goes with pretty much every outfit. It's super neutral. So this is like one of my favorite go-to things. So I hope if you were trying to learn how to reshape your nails and also how to kind of make sure that they're nice and clean and smooth underneath, but also still strong, that the things that I shared today with you can be things that you also add into your routine. So have fun with your nails. Press-ons are so fun. Like, you can change them up whenever you want to. You can try different designs, different colors, and if you don't like it, it's not that big of a deal. Soak it off and move on to the next set. So I am hoping to keep these for a couple of weeks as well. They feel really good and strong, so I'm excited about this set. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram at Affirmations with Amber.